And we are back for another casual conversation with the classic, but not just with the classic, because today I got a special co-host. It's none other than Wheezy. It's Wheezy Blonde. You might know her from honestly all over social media, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, a little bit of Twitter. Twitter, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. Tired, but good.
Fair enough, fair enough. I'm a little tired too. It's been a busy weekend, but we got a very, very special guest. Someone that we're gonna get back to being casual because he's the brother, and I can just sit back and relax a little bit. It's none other than AJ Francis. How are you doing today?
I'm good, brother. It was cool with cause me and you've been doing these interviews for a long time.
Yeah.
Um, and so when you asked, obviously I was like down 100%. But then when you said you were going to involve Wheezy F Baby and the F is for phenomenal, I was like, okay, I ain't know Wheezy was getting into it like that. Shout out Wheezy for being here.
I'm
So yeah,
here. I'm
this will be
trying.
fun. This will
This
this
is
will be fun.
Wheezy's first interview, and I wanted to give her the opportunity to give it a shot here. And I'm like, if we're gonna give it a shot with anyone, like we'll do it with AJ because one, we both know you, and two, I'm like, AJ's chill. Like the last time we
Yeah,
went, like,
as you can see,
by accident.
You're right. Straight laxing.
Yeah.
chilling.
Yeah. No, I think this will be fun. And we have a lot to catch up on. The last time you and I talked was like on the show. I mean, we've talked obviously off the show. I mean, we've tried planning this like 2, 3 times. I was in Florida, and we were gonna do it in person and
Yeah.
do that. But uh, the last time we talked was in 2022 before you went back to the WWE. So we're gonna do a little catch up, and then we're gonna talk about all the amazing stuff you're doing now because
Cool.
it's right now. But let's talk about the WWE run. How was it to go back? And also, what's the one thing you take away from this experience in the WWE that is sticking with you this time? Because it was a different
Uh,
experience.
this time, as there's a plane flying over top of me. Uh, this time, this time, I was grateful for a chance to come back, um, and I worked my ass off while I was there. And like when we got opportunities to do what we wanted to do, especially like house shows or like dark matches, when they would just like give us a mic and let us cut a promo to the crowd before the match starts, like it worked every time. And I took away from that a confidence in myself that I now still use at TNA because one of the reasons I love TNA is because they give me a mic all the time. Like this past uh, pay per view um, we had to cut a promo. Basically, the matches got changed up day of, so we had to cut a promo setting up the match that we were saying why we're not having the match that we were supposed to have and why we were having the match we were, right? And Robert, to his credit, um, just was like, "Yeah, this is the things I need you to say. Do whatever you want." And then we went out there, cut a promo, one take, told the story. Story got told in the ring to continue that. Like it was just, yo, we know you can do this. Go ahead. And it's cool now to also play off Rich because Rich as a heel is so much fun. Um, and he's so good in the ring, and I'm glad he's getting a chance to get more flowers. Um, but you know, a confidence in myself to know that when I first got to WWE, I had just been on the Indies for like a year. I did the Indies for a year and went right to WWE,
Yeah.
and like I thought that I was getting ready to go when I got there, and I honestly think that I was. Um, I mean, there's nothing that I do in the ring that I didn't already do then. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I haven't changed my game up. I'm still the same thing. I'm still gonna talk shit. You're gonna want to see me get my ass kicked, and then I either do or don't. Like that's you know what I'm saying? Like it's the same thing. Even like the moves I do in the ring. Like when I came to WWE, I was already doing that running knee run flip over to the outside. Like I was doing that because the first time I ever did it was an accident. It was that first time I ever did it was at the Sausage Castle in
Yeah.
Orlando, and I did it, and I felt myself going over. But I know I'm tall. When I'm on the ground outside the ring, I can grab the top rope. So I know I knew that already. So like I know if I just hold on to the top rope, I'm going to land on my feet when I get to the other side. So I hit the running knee, boom, and I felt myself going over, and I said, "Oh shit!" Grabbed it and landed on my feet. And when I landed on my feet, the crowd was like, "Oh," and I was like, I'm keeping that shit for sure. That's
Yeah.
yeah, keeping that shit for sure. The confidence is the answer.
Let me ask you quickly though, because like the last time we talked, there was, when you guys got released the last time, you guys had a whole bunch of plans of what Hit Row was gonna do. I remember you guys talking about you guys had notes and notes of lines of things you were gonna say. Is that still the case this time around? Do you feel like you guys didn't get the fullest potential to Hit Row again? And like,
we never got the full potential of Hit Row. We never did the things that I knew that we could do, that I knew that we wanted. Like, we never got to cut promos like on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Like, we never had, like, we didn't do the music video gimmicks. And then when they did do them, like, it was only on my social media, sometimes their social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of those on TV, I think could have changed everything.
Because you were dropping them week to week. Before every Friday, you had another rap ready to go.
Weekly. And they were like, and it was promo in the show. It was promo. It wasn't even just always promo and just me. I did the one with the Godfather for Raw Triple X, and I did it with the Godfather. And DDP saw me at WrestleMania, and was like, "Yo, why didn't they put that on TV?" And I was like, "I don't know, bro."
Is there still like a vault of them that haven't been released at all?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And this is too, for real.
Yeah.
I got disc videos for almost everybody. For real. Being super fucking for real right now, I do. I have a vault of videos, and some people have seen them. Like, I ain't gonna tell them to tell you who it is, but ask Emilio Sparks. He done seen them.
Yeah. Hey, you got a couple of ways to put them out if you want. I can share them. We can react to them.
I could definitely help. I could do that. If it ever comes to that. But I be chilling. Like, I be staying out the way. If my diss songs are like part of the only diss song I ever did that wasn't like in wrestling, that wasn't like part of a storyline, was when it was the fucking Young Bucks. But like, that was also just a response to them. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, all my diss videos be like in character, about the show, about what we're doing. All of them videos they're in character. They're about the thing. You know what I'm saying? But if you notice, I don't even do that no more.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even drop the videos no more. Because now I was like, all right. I was like, oh, okay. Because people legitimately, I would see it online all the time. I would hear it from people backstage when they would see me like cut promos in person, is that like people didn't see, because it was a rap video, it as a wrestling promo. People didn't know that I could like actually promo. They thought I was just a rapper. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when they see it in real life, they're like, oh, wow. And it like changes their perspective on it. You see what I'm saying?
Which is so silly, because it's like this. It's really the same.
It's obviously the same thing.
Yeah. If you could spit words,
it's actually harder because you have to rhyme it and it has to be in rhythm.
Right.
Yeah. Did they ever say a reason why they never put it on TV, or like why it wasn't?
Man, they've given a million reasons. They didn't have time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just happened. It's just how the game went. That's how it is, and that's how it ended up being, bro. Like, that's just how the game goes. But the good thing is, like, it didn't make me lose like belief that I could do it. I just knew I needed an opportunity. Now I'm in TNA and I do get the opportunity to talk, and people are like, whoa. Like, I didn't realize how good you are. Like, I've been in TNA since January. I've only had like 4 matches.
Yeah.
I've had
everything I see from you, I see from online, from the promos you cut, from the things that you put on Twitter.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've only had like 4 matches. It's been mostly me talking, doing storyline shit.
I mean, I can take this in a whole different direction. I know you and I can talk about it for like an hour, but like, it's not really always just about the matches. You can be over by being over.
Bro, at Rebellion, I'm standing on the sideline minding my business, and they start chanting Dollar Tree. And I'm like, damn, I'm just minding my business.
I ain't gonna do nothing.
I'm just standing here. They chant Dollar Tree. Like, damn. But like, because of that, we're able to play. Like, Rich loves that shit too. One of the things that like Rich is really happy about is like having that character on the outside that like can interact with the crowd can change the crowd's reactions. It also can help control the crowd, especially somewhere like, it's different in like a, 15,000 person arena. You can talk to all the people you want, but then you're only going to talk to like 10 people. It's 15,000 people there.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? At an independent show or at a smaller show, like even in like when we were in Las Vegas, it was like 1,500 people at the Palms. Like the people that are talking, I can like pick them out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I can play off what they're saying. So that can make the interaction bigger. Or like when they're obviously chanting, "We believe," and I say no. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm really saying, please keep going.
Smaller space, those are like the hardcore fans that are coming there anyways that want
So, exactly.
Yeah, sometimes you go to the bigger shows and the bigger places and the whole front rows, a bunch of people that don't even really like wrestling that much. But you know what I mean? Like,
I used to be with them grooves because it'd be like when I was in the NFL, every time if WWE was in my town, every time it was in my town, I was going. And I was just using the fucking Team Connect to get us free tickets. Sometimes I went backstage and I was there. And I'd be there with like my fellow teammates and they don't give two shits.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like I've been in those crews before. But it's like it's fun because like that's why I think I'm having the most fun is like I'm back to wrestling like is like I loved my time in WWE, but like while I was there, wrestling felt like I didn't have like the level of creative input that I wanted to have and how my character was being presented. So it's like, it was cool. Yeah, I was making a lot of money, but like now I get to control everything that I do on screen, like daily life. You see what I'm saying? And it actually is the quality of life. Whew, like I feel good. You know what I'm saying? And it's fun. Now it's like fun. And again, and it was fun when I first got to WWE. It's just not fun sitting in the back and not being a part of the show.
Yeah,
that shit ain't fun.
I've heard that.
I don't give a fuck who you ask. That shit ain't fun. So like I mean, maybe if you just cool collecting the check, then it might be fun. But like if I'm here, I'm trying to do the things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With all of the as someone that lives online and gets a lot of, negative comments and things like that, I feel like you have had a ton thrown your way with everything that you do. A lot of it has stemmed from your time in WWE. We have a particular one where someone coined a particular phrase about you that gets thrown about, when it comes to your move over the ring, the top rope. How much do you use the negativity or things that people throw at you in social media in your work and how to kind of per se like get yourself over? Like how much do you
it's so easy. It's so easy as a heel because I know there's certain things that just me saying them is going to make people mad.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like I know that there's things that like me existing pisses people off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I literally will walk. We go to TNA shows. I literally just say, "Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is AJ Francis," and I get an immediate boo. I haven't even said anything or done anything. You know what I'm saying? Like I just said what my name was, and it's an immediate boo. So it's like, I know the kind of reactions that I can garner, and like, so a lot of times it's like fun because like when I was in WWE, you're part of this gigantic corporate machine. Some people can get away with shit talking fans on the internet, but some people can't.
You gotta be able to filter it. You have to filter it with them.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like there's some people in every company in the world, not just wrestling, that they can do whatever the fuck they want on social media because they're a vital part.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But there's some people you gotta play your part till you get that part, if you hear what I'm saying.
No, 100%.
And so like now, I don't have that. So I don't. If you say some slick shit, I'm gonna cook you.
Rightfully
And
so.
I'm
They
gonna
don't
cook
expect
you.
it sometimes.
Yeah, I'm gonna cook the fuck out of you if you say some slick shit.
Yeah.
And because I do that shit at shows, fans be saying all types of stupid shit at shows, and I embarrass them in front of their friends. That shit has happened like 5 times at the match on Friday
Yeah.
at Under Siege. Like I'm talking to the crowd the whole match. So like the thing is like I know how to play that role. Like I grew up chubby, tall. I have fucked up teeth. I ain't always had the best shape up. I grew up catching jokes. So I grew up giving them back.
Yeah.
So like, if you want to talk shit, let's do it. Let's see who win. I might not win every time, but I'm gonna win a hell of a lot more than I lose. I'm gonna win.
It ain't bullying for you. It's part of the game. Really good
Yeah. Oh, we doing this? Oh, okay.
That's how I feel. I'm like, yo, maybe I did get bullied, but I never took it as bullying because I never let things offend me or took it personally.
Yeah.
You hit them back with something, or
hit them right back.
or you keep quiet and they just look dumb. So
the late great Roddy Piper once said, "You do not throw rocks at a man holding a machine gun."
Exactly.
You've been really good at that narrative. I think one that actually, like, to coin off of what Wheezy was saying, the one that people still try to throw at you all the time, don't understand the circumstance of what really happened, is the flop Dolla. Can we talk about that incident and also like the whole Michael Cole thing? Because you've talked about it before. Clearly, it was leading to something, as you've said. But what was the whole situation?
Yeah, so I had diabetes, man. I didn't know it. So I was like, when we got back to WWE, like I was really focused on getting in like the best shape of my life. I changed my diet. I was training to like get in the best shape of my life. I stopped like eating things that I used to eat. I stopped drinking like alcohol, period, and other drinks and shit too. And at the exact same time, I had diabetes. I started getting the symptoms of diabetes, and I didn't know what they were. Like I just started getting gradually weaker. But as it was happening, like my legs got weaker, my like upper body got weaker. But like while it was happening, I was losing weight while trying to lose weight. So
Yeah.
I used to be able to squat 800 pounds when I was in the NFL, right? But now I can only squat like 650, but I'm only like 290. So maybe that makes sense.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh yeah, I mean, I'm losing this weight. There's no why would I be able to be as strong?
Yeah.
Right. And it wasn't until after the dive that I was like, something ain't right. Because I've done that dive so many times.
Yeah. And I remember messaging you right after, and you're like, my legs just gave out. Like, you didn't know yet. I was like, what happened? My legs gave out. And I'm like, oh shit. Like he's like, I don't know. You're like, I was running and I just couldn't feel my legs.
I couldn't feel it. Like I went to jump and it just didn't happen. And I was like, what the fuck? And I knew something right. So at first I thought, like also nobody even knows this, but like it's fine now, but when we were feuding with the Viking Raiders, I took like the Bronco Buster, and from Ivar, and I was in a fucked up position. It's not on him. It was 100% my fault. But like my neck hurt like shit for like probably like 2 months. So like this is at the same time. So I'm like, maybe something with my neck is fucking up my legs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe my back. Like when I was in the NFL, I already had 3 bulging discs when I was in the NFL.
Yeah.
So when I came to WWE with 3 bulging discs in my back, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I'm like, maybe it's something with my back. So I'm checking out all the things, and finally I just like get my blood work done. For like all possible diseases. And it came back that my blood sugar was through the fucking roof.
Mm.
Like could pass out at any time through the fucking roof. Like go to the doctor right now and get medication through the fucking roof. Like when the doctor called me, first thing he said was, are you with someone? I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, can they drive you here? I was like, yeah, what's up? He's like, yeah, I don't feel comfortable you driving yourself here. You could pass out anytime.
That's
I was like,
crazy.
I was like,
You didn't
oh
know.
shit. Yeah, I had no idea. So lo and behold, I get my medication and now I'm in literally the best shape of my life. And it's literally all because I was just like running the gambit of what could it possibly be. And like I probably should have known earlier because my dad has diabetes, but like my dad got diabetes. I'm younger than my dad when he
Yeah.
got diabetes. And like I'm way more active than my dad ever was. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
you're
saying? Like,
insane.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, but I mean, I probably should have thought about that from the beginning, but I really had no idea. I thought it could have been my neck, I thought it could have been my back, but I just knew I was getting weak.
Yeah.
And I thought it was because I was losing weight, which I was losing weight because I had diabetes. I wasn't holding any nutrients because my blood sugar was through the fucking roof. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I'm not a doctor, but you would think like you started like at the same time, coincidentally getting healthier, just drinking water, cutting off.
Yeah. I was doing the whole water campaign. Everybody saw it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was going like I was actively going out of my way to improve my health.
Yeah.
But I just and it ended up turning into what happened. And it ended up being a blessing in disguise. But
Mhm.
like, and then people talk about because Cole would run it ragged with the flop dollar, but people don't realize like me and Cole are cool. Like Cole is one of the few people. There's a short list of people that I know if I text them or call them that are still in WWE that they would text or call me back. Like I'm not saying immediately, but as soon as physically possible. And Cole is one of those people. So like Cole has always looked out for me. Me and Cole both recognized that like if I'm not on the show and he's talking about me, then I'm on the show. Like he wanted me on the show. He thought that we could do something really cool together. We wanted to have a match at SummerSlam. You know what I'm saying? Like that was what we wanted. We wanted a match at SummerSlam. He finally had something that he could literally like turn into a match, and it would have been like he was excited, and I 100% wanted to lose.
Yeah.
Not like I was like, yeah, Cole, I'll beat the shit out of you. Like no, I know, I understand wrestling. I understand how it works. You see what I'm saying? Like the ultimate.
The spinning. I'm like, imagine Cole tried doing a dive and then he flopped instead.
Yeah, like
then you hit a successful and then the place pops. Like,
the possibilities.
No, the only problem with that would be is that they'd have to do like a medic spot where like the medics come out and check on him because there's no way Cole by himself is catching me on the dive. No chance. I'm gonna hit the ground like shit if Cole's catching me on the dive. No, it would like we could have did so much there, but the whole thought process we had was like it's like a literal 5-minute match. 4 minutes of it is like me beating Cole's ass, and then somebody like it could be Pat McAfee. He would make all the sense in the world. We both played in the NFL at the same time, and I've known him for years, and now he works with Cole. It could be Pat McAfee, but it really could have been any single person you wanted to actually have a feud with me afterwards. Comes out, distracts me. Cole rolls me up 1, 2, 3. Like, place fucking erupts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it would have been. But, like, it didn't happen. It sucks that it didn't happen. But, you know, never say never. And the good thing is, like, I still have a good relationship with a lot of people there.
Did you guys genuinely pitch that, though? Like, was it a pitch?
I mean, I didn't pitch shit for real. Like, like something like that, I wouldn't pitch. Like the way it works is you have like your own member of the creative writing team, and you can pitch them ideas every single day. We did. We have hundreds of ideas that we pitched between me, Tahuti, and Brianna. But like they just use them or they don't, or they use them for someone else. Like that's just how that goes. So like, yeah, I pitched a ton of shit, including that. But like, it's like throwing rocks at a wall. Like, yeah, eventually a couple will get through. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it is. So Cole actually wanted to pitch it, um, and he said that he did. So like, you know, I wasn't there. I don't be in the creative meetings. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it just nothing came from it. It just was nothing. And the thing is, like, there was no like real plan for Hit Row. Even when like we came back, yeah, we were doing a bunch of cool shit. But like there wasn't like all right, we're building the 6 months from now, you guys are gonna be facing the Street Profits at WrestleMania. Never. Not one, like that's a plan. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we didn't know we were doing every single week that we got there, except for like maybe once or twice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, and we're not alone. That's a lot of the roster is like that. They don't know what they're doing until they get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, and like, you can also know what you're doing and get there, and that shit changes for good or for
Yeah, I
worse.
heard that.
Like we did the Madison Square Garden thing with LA Knight that went viral as fuck. Like that, we came to the show that day not having nothing, and what I really think happened was because if you really pay attention, I don't know how many people caught it, but the first people that LA Knight worked with when he became a babyface, like he was getting babyface reactions from the crowd, but how he was being booked was as a heel. You know what I'm saying? He was being booked as a heel. But he was getting huge babyface reactions from the crowd. So the first time he was like a babyface was that Madison Square Garden night with Hit Row. We came out, we cut a promo shitting on New York. They hated us. His music hit, the place fucking erupted. We didn't even have a match. He just beat us up, and the place went crazy, and it went viral as fuck. Like that was one time where it was a cool thing that we didn't know we were doing, and we found out when we got there. But there was a lot of times where like shit changed and we didn't do the thing, or you know what I'm saying, or we thought we were gonna be on TV, or like we shot a music video thing one time, and they shot it and they just put it on social media. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we could. There was a lot of times it changed both ways, but like as far as having like a full on plan, they didn't have one. And I mean, it's not like I said, it's not just us. You know what I'm saying? There's other people there that they don't have plans for. Their job is to be ready when the time calls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, 100%. But did any of that change? Because obviously you were there in the second one. A lot changed in that company.
I mean, it did, but it didn't. Like Vince was gone, and then Vince came back.
Yeah.
Like, but he was like more behind the scenes, and like people want me to like hate Vince, and like for the things that he's being accused of, you absolutely should have a problem with that. But like in my actual personal interactions with him, I only ever talked to him like 4 times ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And 3 of them were just passing conversation. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't really have I never really had a relationship with him in general, other than I just worked at his company. You know what I'm saying?
But was there more structure of knowing what you were gonna do when you came to an arena in the Paul Levesque era or whatever?
Oh no, not for Hero. I mean, not for if you're not a top act, no. Like most people in WWE don't know what they're doing when they get there. You know what I'm saying? Like, or they have a rough idea, but it all could change day of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything changes. Everything can change. It happened. It's not just WWE. It happened in TNA. Like, you know, Alex Hammerstone wasn't physically able to compete, so they changed the card up for Under Siege. Like, it's just a card subject to change, brother. You know what I'm saying? So,
100%.
like,
I was ready to
yeah.
see some Hammerstone versus Jake something. I was looking forward to big meaty men slapping me, but that didn't happen. So
Yeah. It ended up being Jake something versus First Class, which I, personally would appreciate more,
yeah, 100%.
How are you feeling about your former Hit Row members, Tahuti and Brianna, and what they've got going on? I know they've got
I'm
Brianna
so
working
happy
with
for them.
Pride. Yeah.
I'm so happy for them. I'm so happy that Bree's getting an opportunity to show what she always was capable of. She got a WrestleMania moment. I mean, I couldn't be happier
A top
for her.
4. I was
But
so happy for
that's
her.
what's crazy. That's what's crazy is like I get the thing that I get heat for. The thing that made me the asshole nobody wanted to work with. This was the one conversation with Vince that didn't go like in passing. Was me standing up for Bree. Like I'm the first person that stood up for Bree. So like that's what I don't understand. Like people are like, how do you feel about Brianna? I'm like, I couldn't be happier for her. The whole thing I said was like, yo, we need her. Like she's good. Like she's an important part of this. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like without Brianna, Hit Row is just 3 dudes wrestling, and that's cool. It happens a lot, but she was the thing that made us different. That's exactly what the Judgment Day did afterwards.
Yeah,
Like,
as an observation, almost every group right now has a female presence in it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's what makes
Really
it
what it
different.
starts.
It adds the elements.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It adds the element. And not to mention, I don't know, people don't know this, but Brie don't drive. Like she can drive, but she's perpetual passenger princess. Okay.
Yeah.
So unless she physically is not able to get somewhere without driving herself, she's not gonna drive. So we'd always be in the car, we'd always go places together. Me, her, and Tahuti, the 3 of us, we would always rock places together. We traveled to different countries together. Like, you know what I'm saying? We would always be around. And like, yeah, people would see me because I'm a fucking giant and I walk in rooms, people are like, who the fuck is that? But people would then stare at her. You see the difference? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I recognize that. So
Demands
attention. Yeah, exactly. That's why if you watch every single promo we ever did, every single time we ever came out the tunnel, tell me who the first person out is.
Brie.
Brianna Brandy. And the only reason that she didn't come out one time was because when the spoilers had they were saying that me and Tahuti, which I still want to know how people knew I was debuting. Like it was specifically they was talking about Top Dolla is going to be at SmackDown. I was like, how the fuck do people know that?
It's beyond me.
Because the only people that told me that I told was like my parents. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My family. Yeah, they're not calling Sean Ross Sapp. You feel me?
That you know of. I don't know. They
definitely not. Listen. If I find out my father's on the Fightful payroll and I'm not, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed. Me and my father gonna have to fight. I swear to God we will. But that's what I'm saying. But then and then they also broke that Tahuti was gonna be there. So, but it hadn't broke that Brie was gonna be there, and we saw it online. People were like, "Yo, is Brie gonna be there? Is it gonna be everybody there?" So me and Tahuti went out first, and then pointed back, and then she walked out. But other than that, every single time she was out front and center. She's a star. I'm happy for her. And then Tahuti, I just wish he has a cool thing with Cedric. They got cool vignettes. It's just he needs an opportunity to do something.
Yeah,
Tahuti's one of the best workers in the world. I'm telling you that straight up. Nobody so underappreciated.
To show what he can do in WWE the right way. Not yet.
That's one thing that we both when we're in the ring, when I'm in the ring, I'm talking. I'm making sure this shit goes the way it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna sit there and let you lead me through something unless I know that you're dope. If this is my first time working with you, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say shit to AJ Styles. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking like that. I might say something just so we on the same page, but I'm gonna let him do the thing.
Right.
But if it's my first time in the ring with you, I'm playing quarterback until I see that you can also play quarterback. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and Tahuti's the same way. That was the thing, is that we both felt like we didn't get an opportunity to show what we could do in the ring. Like in the ring, like the longest singles match I ever had in WWE was like 5 minutes.
Just crushing people.
Yeah, and his is like no, I wasn't. I was losing them fucking matches.
Oh yeah.
And no, the fuck, I was not crushing nobody. I might get a big man move early, but it goes downhill after that. I'll tell you that. So, like Tahuti is nice in the ring. Tahuti's nice. Like we both learned by calling it on the fly. Like the first people to train me was like Billy Gunn, Serpentico, Jay Rios, Haku. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you learn for real. But the thing is, people don't learn like that no more, especially in the WWE system because they're breeding like super athletes. But like I'm all for that. People want me to hate the WWE NIL. I don't. Like I tried to grow it. I tried to add an NFL branch to it. Like I literally went to an NFLPA meeting to set up a meeting between the NFLPA and WWE, which never happened because I got released. But to set up NIL from like they're already taking kids from college. If there's 3 NFL players at every tryout, like there's a lot of guys there's a lot of football players that became really good fucking wrestlers, bro.
No, 100%.
More than any other sport except probably wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So like there's some special people. Like the entire bloodline played football.
Yeah.
Rock played football. Like Goldberg played football. And people hate Goldberg, but Aaron Corbin played football.
Ron Simmons, John Layfield.
Like, Ron Simmons, like Vader.
Yeah,
like
so the history of wrestling is a thing.
There's a correlation.
Moose. Like,
Moose. Last WWE question. I'm going to move on to TNA, the Independents, how you're still killing it. But I'd be remiss if I didn't ask because in one of his last segments, you got to work with Bray Wyatt. And Uncle Hal. What does that mean to you? And looking back at it, like how special is that for you?
You know, I went to WrestleMania 30. It was YesOmania, and yes, a part of me was there because of the fever pitch behind Daniel Bryan, just like everybody else. But the real reason I went to WrestleMania 30 was to see Bray Wyatt and John Cena. I wore the sheet mask, bro. Like, I was a fucking Bray Wyatt mark, 110%. Because at the time, like, I knew I was going to wrestle eventually, but my NFL career was already going better than I ever thought it would. So I was like, I'm going to ride this out, see how long this can go. You know what I'm saying? So, but like, I would use this newfound funds to go to WrestleMania and Royal Rumble and any show in the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I went for Bray Wyatt. So, like, then to be a mega fan of his and for him to come back, that was huge for me just for him to come back. When he came back, I was like, this is amazing. I'm so happy Bray's here. Da, da, da. But like, yes, we're in the same company, but like, I was in WWE, but I never did work Randy Orton. But like, obviously we're in the same company. Like, I would love to work Randy Orton. I would love to work Roman Reigns. I would love to work these people, but like, I don't think about like, yeah, that's probably not going to happen. At least not anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that like, I know the pantheon of this business. I know who the top players are. And I know that like working with them is a privilege to be given to you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times they don't give that to people unless they earn it. So it's like, I was ready to earn it. You feel what I'm saying? But like when I got told we were working with Bray Wyatt, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I didn't say that to them, obviously, but I had a moment to myself in the locker room where I was me. It wasn't even by myself. It was me and Tahuti had the moment together. Like, yo, we're about to work with Bray. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, it was crazy. And then like, that was one of the times that they actually did what we tried to do, where they had us go out there and like, it was in Montreal, right?
Great city.
It was in Montreal, and we're out there and I'm cutting a promo. We're like doing a rap, but like I'm an incredible rapper. DJWhooKid thinks I'm an incredible rapper. Bun B thinks I'm an incredible rapper. Before he passed, Nipsey Hussle thought I was an incredible rapper. I'm an incredible rapper, okay? But wrestling fans ain't there for the bars, my boy. They're there for the pops. Okay?
Yeah.
That's the difference. So it's like, I know me rapping, even though it's good, they're not gonna like it. So the thing is, you rap for a little bit. We did the same thing with Joe Hendry at TNA. We played my music video for a little bit, and the whole place was booing. And then we hit his music, and the whole place erupts.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's how you do it. So, we doing our rap, talking shit about Canada. I said we all know the fact that Brett screwed Brett in Montreal.
You don't say that,
right?
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We all know I can't leave the reporting live from Montreal, Quebec, where we all know the fact that Brett screwed Brett.
Yeah.
That was my first line.
Yeah.
So they hated my guts. They hated our guts. And then lights went out. Spooky Bray Wyatt music started playing, and the place changed. I've never felt anything like that in my life. That's why I had to get up and walk around, because I'm getting like excited. And like there was like a chill came on the room. It was I've never experienced anything like this before in my life. And it was like, because they were so mad, and they were so, and like it was like a flip. And not to bite the Rock's gimmick, but I'm getting goosebumps right now. And like the chill came over the room, and then they do like the smoke, and it like the environment changed. Then like little by little, all the fireflies come out, and I'm in the middle of this looking around. I feel like a fish in a fishbowl, and I'm like, this is the craziest thing I've ever experienced in my life, right? Like I if I could bottle that feeling, I would never have to wake up before 2 p.m. ever again in my life. I would be able to sell that so much that we would get so much money. I would do whatever I wanted every day for the rest of my life. Like,
yeah.
It was just, man, I can't even like, it was like being inside of a magic act, but the magic is real.
Yeah.
Like it's actually happening. These people are coming unglued. Like we haven't done anything. They chanted "Holy shit."
Yeah, before anything even
and we were standing in the middle of the ring, and him and Howdy were standing on each apron. We weren't doing anything. Yeah. And the entire crowd is chanting, "Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit." And me and Tahuti are looking at each other like we played it like we're not scared, but we're ready to fight, but we're low-key scared. Like that's the act we're playing. But we're actually talking to each other. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Being able to hold it together.
Yo, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, and it was like, it wasn't wrestling. Like, the best way I can describe it is it's like, I've wrestled matches against some of the best wrestlers ever. I've been in the ring with some of the best wrestlers ever. I've trained with some of the best wrestlers ever. My first day at WWE, I trained with Undertaker. Like I've done some of the best wrestling things. I've performed at the Garden multiple times. Like I'm telling you, there was nothing like that night with Bray Wyatt. There will never be anything like that night with Bray Wyatt for me, I think, ever again in my career. But then when it turns, unfortunately, sour and he ends up passing away, and also fuck that guy that talks shit about JoJo being happy, by the way. I don't even know. I don't remember who it was. I remember seeing like a backlash for it on Twitter, and I just stayed out the way. But like now that it's on my mind, I just want to say fuck that guy.
Fuck that.
I don't even know who it was.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
there's a bunch of those more.
Yeah. Fuck that guy. But like you know, he ends up passing, and it ends up being like I didn't even realize when he passed until someone told me that was like the last thing he did in the ring. Like it wasn't a match, but it was like the last thing he did in the ring on TV was a segment with us. And like I was a Bray Wyatt guy. when we were standing on the stage watching his memorial video, I literally cried on stage and was crying for like 5 minutes in the locker room, like crying. People coming up to me, being consoling because they're understanding what's happening. You see what I'm saying? Like uncontrollably crying. And like, he was just such a nice person. And it was like, you know, they always say never meet your idols, but like I met him and he couldn't have been better. And like we became friends. So it was like it was so tragic. But I'm so grateful for the fact that like I got to work with him at all, let alone it being the last thing he did. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like there have been people, multiple people have come up to me and had literal breakdowns in my presence because they see me and they say, "You were the last person to work with Bray. He helped change my life." Like they tell me that about Bray, and then they start crying, and then like I get emotional. So it's like one time it happened literally at the Sausage Castle.
Yeah.
Like it was at the Halloween party, and a dude was literally dressed as Bray Wyatt at the Halloween party, and saw me there and broke down in the middle of the craziest party ever. like I was like, there's no bounds to the way that Bray Wyatt touched people, and that's what's you know made it really special for me.
He was different and he stood out, and you know, the color red in the world of black and white, but like it just
that's why I stole that line. I stole that line. I'm the color green in a world full of black and white.
Yeah. Like two things, right? Obviously as a fan, like I was a big Bray fan, and that was devastating, and it still kind of feels surreal. It feels like it's not real. As a friend to you,
yeah,
I think it makes the second WWE run, no matter how it ended or how it started, whatever, like you're in the ring with two of your friends, two people that you will ride or die for, and you got to have a moment with Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy, both whatever. But like,
it was surprising how long Bo was Uncle Howdy and nobody like believed it or like knew it, which is funny because this whole thing is Bo leave, right? And it's like and like nobody believed that he was Uncle Howdy, and I was like, I thought it was like obvious, but things like that happen all the time.
That must make that second run totally worth it, regardless of the fact. Just to have that
absolutely. No, the second run was worth it, and I'm telling you now, it's probably not gonna be the last run. And like I have a good relationship with the people at WWE. I was backstage when they were in Houston just because I happened to be in town with Bun B. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like Bun wanted to come to the show, but he was booked. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like. That's why, and then he ended up coming with me to TNA, and that was really cool.
I was going to bring that up because it's hard to follow the Bray talk, but let's talk about that because I think it's really cool. First things first, you said the whole Rock Goosebumps thing, so I have to just one time. But I find it fascinating. You know, we even watched your match at GCW, Joey Janela, DJWhooKid, and TNA.
WhooKid went through a fucking door.
Oh, dude, hilarious! Like we watched it, right? Like, and the way he knows something and got right back up like 5 minutes later. Like, so I always find it fascinating that you take care of your people, and if they want to get involved, if you have the opportunity, you let them get involved.
Absolutely.
You know, obviously you can do it a little bit more on the independents, and you're going to be able to do it in WWE. But like, you do it in TNA now too. Where like at one point, I was going to social media, and you had that woman up on Joe Hendry.
Ayleks, you saw that video, huh? That video got around.
Me and Shawnee go way back too, since like 2018. I've been cool with Shawnee. So I'm like, oh, like AJ takes care of his people. Like if he can get them involved, just involved. Like you're making their wrestling dreams come true.
100%. Like Shawnee, like when I knew that we were going to Vegas, because whenever I go to Shawnee's like my brother. Like I said that in the promo when I introduced him. It's like I was like, this is my brother, Shawnee Styles. I ain't say that in no wrestling shit. That's like my brother. You know what I'm saying? So like he, whenever I go to Vegas, unless I got like I'm working like for a company and they're paying for my room, like I just stay with Shawnee. Like that's my man. I knew we were doing stuff at TNA, and I know TNA is gonna. The cool thing at TNA is that like, and it's you know I had a good relationship with Scott, but like now that Scott's not there, there's a completely new regime, and they're just down to like try shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like they were like, yo, do you have, because they see I'm with WhooKid everywhere. I'm everywhere. I'm always everywhere. Like people always tell me that, like, yo, you look like you're everywhere, and I am. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We outside is a way of life, right? So, like I'm perpetually on the road. So, like when I'm getting these opportunities, they see it and they're like, yo, like one of the top execs at Anthem, the company that owns TNA, like found out who I was because he was watching the Pat McAfee show and I was on the Pat McAfee show talking about TNA. Like he worked at Anthem, but he didn't know who I was because he don't run TNA. You know what I'm saying? But he saw me talking about TNA on ESPN, and he was like, "Yo, who the fuck is?" Right? Right? So then, like immediately, they like deep dive, and they're like, "Yo, like, how are you there?" And I'm like, "Yo, I'm in the Super Bowl row. Like, I can get media passes from anything. Like, I've been on every network, and I don't mean that like talking shit. I mean, I've been on ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, ESPN, NFL Network, A&E, FS1. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been on everything. So it's like all I need to do is make one phone call, and I can get a press pass pretty much any big event, right? So like, and I'll probably get interviewed there, and I actually 100% of the time always get interviewed there. But like, it'd be by different things. And it just so happened I didn't even go to the Pat McAfee show to get on the Pat McAfee show. I was saying what's up to Pat. And then his producer was like, no, stay here. We're going to get you on. I'm like, oh okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? So shout out Pat for always showing love too. Pat is a real one that always shows love too. But because I've been on his show like 3 times. And he has the number one morning talk show. I don't give a shit who you are. They watch Pat McAfee before they watch anything else in this world right now in America. So like, so he don't got to provide that opportunity, and he does. So shout out him. But you know, like they're like they see me doing the things. So they're like, yo, we got a show in Vegas. It's like, do you have any people in Vegas that'll like pull up like influencers that we can like get viral videos out of? And I was like, yeah, I know a couple. So you know, that's why we did the thing with Shawnee, where the chain, and then we did this thing with Sean Merriman. I hit up Sean too. Sean actually ends up, because of his new sports app that he's doing, he's actually going to do like legitimate business with TNA. TNA's going to be on their app, but you know, he's like Shawnee Styles, Ayleks, Blockboy JB, Tyrone, like they all cool with Shawnee. Shawnee was like, yo, y'all gotta pull up for this thing. Ayleks showed up like 20 minutes before the match. And we were like, the whole time we were like, yo, we're telling him like we have this idea. We're like, yo, all right, after the match, when he's dead, we're just gonna have her. And to her credit, we just wanted her to. We just thought she was like, yeah, I can twerk. I was like, all right, cool. So like I was like that was her idea. That was not my idea, right? So I was like, yo, this is what you should do. Like, no, that was done before people try to put that on me. And she was like, no, yeah, that's easy. I can do that, no problem. So, but I thought she was just gonna twerk like standing over him.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little more than that.
That's what made me stop. I was like, whoa.
And then like we rehearsed it in the back, and like she dropped down in the back, and I even was like, yo, you don't have to do all that. Like you can do it just like stand over him and twerking. She was like, oh, okay. But then we got out there and she went full send. You know what I'm saying? Shout out her. So but that video was everywhere. And and so was the Sean Merriman part of the match. You know what I'm saying? So like we created 2 really viral moments out of one segment. You know what I'm saying? And like that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to bring eyes to the product. That's why I also debuted with DJWhooKid. I said, WhooKid, you want to come out with me and we do a whole thing? I was the one that got the laptop. I put the stickers on the laptop. I said, yo, stand over here. And as soon as this video's done and they all start chanting, I want you to hit him as hard as you can with this laptop.
Yeah.
And in the back, WhooKid was like nervous. He was like, man, I don't know. I don't want to hurt him. And Joe Hendry, to his credit, is like, nah, hit the shit out of me. Like, you got to hit me hard. If you don't hit me hard, this shit is weak.
Yeah.
So and he hit the shit out of him, bow, so hard that if you watch the clip in slow motion, and you're good at editing, so you might be able. It's on my social media. You might be able to find this. Because it was an old laptop. It looked new because we put the stickers on it, cleaned it up for TV and shit. But it was old as shit. I bought it for $50 at a pawn shop. The pawn shop next to the Palms, right?
Yeah.
It was broke. It didn't even work, obviously. So, but it had a CD slot. That's how old it was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when he hit him, the CD slot ejected out of the fucking computer and went almost into the first row. And I was like, yo, he hit the shit out of him. Like Joe said in the back, he was like, yo, I'm gonna sell it and turn around into the chokeslam, but I'm not gonna go down. But Whookid hit him so hard he had no choice but to go down to his knees. He was like, God damn. So
he's gonna be one of my favorite involvements in wrestling recently because everything he does looks like he's having the time of his life, but also fully get what's going on sometimes.
Yeah. So Joe, the thing is and Joe is the first person to say this. Joe himself was like, yo, I owe you a cigar. Because Joe appreciates what I bring to the table. Joe knows a babyface that people care about is good. But a babyface that people care about with a heel that everyone hates is like lightning in a bottle. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So he's had that same song since 2019. But when the videos are going viral on TikTok, and the first videos that were going viral on TikTok when this run started was videos with me, him, and Cody Deaner that we was doing backstage, little backstage vignettes. You know what I'm saying? And little storyline shit that we was doing. And the videos of him, the videos of him shitting on me. But it's not just him shitting on me, it's my reactions, my facials, me being able to sell what's happening in the ring. Even for the Rock concert he just did, the apology concert that he just did, it went viral again. But even Moose himself said on social media, was like, yo, both of these guys did an incredible job in this thing. And it plays into the fact of your original question, right next to me is Bun B. That amplified it even more because people are watching this video and they're like, what the fuck is Bun B doing there? You see what I'm saying? What? You know what I'm saying? What? And then it's oh, he's cool with Bun B, which I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Bun B, WhooKid, 3-0 Black, Sean Merriman, Ayleks, Shawnee Styles. If I think that you can bring something to the table, as far as bringing an audience, either one of you, if we're in the same city and I'm doing a show and you want to be on the show and do something, you can. I understand.
I'm gonna make a note of that right now.
I don't know how to twerk.
Yeah, you don't have to twerk. You don't have to twerk. Trust me, I'll let you hit somebody with a fucking chair. I'll let you choke slam me through a table. All this shit is as much as you want it to be. You think I will let you? You can body slam me, Wheezy. You be working out. You strong as shit.
Yeah.
I try. I
see your little CrossFit videos, girl. You strong as shit. Don't be playing it down.
I don't like to tell people. I don't like people to know. I just like to know, if you mess with me, I can fuck you up.
That is true because you did talk about it. Fully stopped talking about it, but we saw you were working out.
I do.
You would talk about it for a bit, but stop talking about it as much.
Well, who are you talking to? You talking to me or him?
You.
Wheezy.
Me?
I said you were talking about the working out stuff for a bit, but then you stopped talking about it.
I did stop talking about it. Well, I kind of got hurt. My knee was starting to mess with me a little bit. So I wasn't able to lift as heavy. So I was rehabbing my knee, but it's better now.
I was she's going from streaming into a workout. I'm like, this is pretty cool. And then it just stopped. And I was like, well, maybe it's because wrestling fans are weirdos.
Yeah, I was just trying to
I hate wrestling fans.
I do. I was just trying to show people, and then it gets weird.
Everything.
Okay.
I've been doing this for 10 years. I say that with the most love, but wrestling fans are weirdos.
They're so goofy. They're so insanely goofy.
They're endearing though. The good ones are endearing. I like the. It means a lot to me to know that I've impacted somebody's life as a performer. I get a lot of stuff sometimes where for example, one of Jerry Lawler's close friends, I met him at Jerry's bar in Memphis. And we just talked while we were filming the Most Wanted Treasures. We just talked. like while we weren't filming, and they were setting the next shots up and whatever. And it was just a casual conversation, and we took a picture. He was like, "Can I have a picture with you?" I was like, "Absolutely." So we took a picture, and then so I'm in Memphis a year later, and he comes and he brings me a magnet that is the picture that we took together.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, that meant so much to him to be able to give me that. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, people draw pictures of me, and then they'll meet me and they'll be like, "I drew this of you." And I'm like, that's incredible. Like, stuff like that is worth all the other bullshit I got to deal with these losers online. Right? You know what I'm saying?
You've done it on such a smaller scale, but I do, because it makes it really nice.
Wheezy,
you know?
Wheezy, you're famous. You're faking right now.
Whatever.
Wheezy's faking. You can't fake on me. Both y'all, listen, I played in the NFL. I was in WWE for 3 years, and both y'all got more Instagram followers than me.
Well, it's Instagram.
Yeah, I just been around. The way
y'all famous. Y'all famous. Right. Both y'all is famous. And this little, and maybe not like, I might be more famous in like walking through the airport famous, but like more going people. Yeah, like that kind of shit. Like, but like being around the things and doing the things, being on TV type shit. But like, y'all in the wrestling community, y'all are both famous as fuck.
I appreciate that.
I do appreciate it. Thanks.
You know what I will say though, and this is the last couple of questions, and we'll wrap this up. Wheezy is actually so famous; she's supposed to be on another show right now.
Wow.
I am.
Well, tell him you had to wait on Dolla. Time is money.
I'm on Dolla time right now.
But,
yeah.
Last couple of questions, and then Wheezy will ask you the very last question. But last couple of questions is first things first. I think a lot of people, your haters, to be specific, thought, "Oh, he got released from WWE no more. What's he gonna do in wrestling?" And you're everywhere, whether it's MLW, TNA,
everywhere.
And I think you're proving everybody wrong. I know that was a goal of yours. How do you feel?
I feel great. It feels awesome. it feels like vindication. It feels like I said this before and I'll say it again, like a lack of opportunity is not a lack of ability. Like there's a difference. Just because I didn't get the opportunities that I felt like I deserved and could have earned in WWE does not mean that I wouldn't have been successful at those opportunities. We had one segment ever with Bray Wyatt, and it ended with the people saying "holy shit" while we're standing in the middle of the ring, and "thank you, Bray," when he got rid of us. Like, we're heels. That's what's supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was an incredible moment. Like, we could have done that with anybody. But what's cool with me now is that, like, I went from, like, the thing is, like, WWE doesn't need me. WWE doesn't need anyone. Like, anyone. Like, there's not any singular person that WWE needs that they couldn't find a way to replace. There's not one. The only one that I would say before would be, like, Roman Reigns, but they just had the biggest gate ever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, now I think that Roman Reigns is still the top star in wrestling, and I think when his career's done, he will be arguably the greatest of all time. I think he's already probably in that conversation, considering he has the most WrestleMania main events of all time. He is the greatest of all time, and nobody's willing to admit it, but they will in 10 years, right? But like, he's not on TV. He's not part of the active storylines, even though he is, because the bloodline's alive, and we all know how that is. But like, if the main event was Cody and AJ Styles, they tore the house down, and it was the biggest gate ever. You see what I'm saying? Like, so like, I can get on I can get on Super Bowl Media Row. I can go to the Dolphins facility or the Seahawks facility or Giants facility. I can go to these places. I can get in these exclusive areas and be hanging out with DJWhooKid and be hanging out with Bun B and be hanging out with all these people and go to these different countries and do these different things. I can do it myself, but they don't need me to. They can put literally any person that they want in that role. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, and there's a lot of people that would be like able to do the same thing on their own, but they don't have to, because WWE is going to put them in those positions. WWE can open any door in the world. When you win the Super Bowl, you get a title belt from WWE. You see what I'm saying? Like they can get in anything. They have their own reach. They don't need me to help them with that, right? But like these other companies do. You see what I'm saying? So other companies do. They do need eyes. They do need people to be in certain situations. They do need those things. So like that's why I went from like it's like I'll give you a perfect example. It's like I'm from Baltimore, so I'm going to use my own city so that nobody gets mad. But I have lived in Miami, and there are definitely more attractive women in Miami than there are in Baltimore by the numbers, right? Okay, just being honest.
I've never been to Baltimore.
Miami's one of the most by the numbers, and that's my hometown, right? But like, I feel like a girl that left Miami and went to Baltimore.
You're an asset now.
I honestly love that.
The value went up. You're the hottest girl in town.
You see what I'm saying? Like that quick. You see what I'm saying? Like that's how I feel. I feel like the belle of the ball, and I never felt like that in WWE. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Which is it's a fair, like that's actually a fair assessment. Like they don't need anyone. They've built the brand over the years. They've not fallen in a situation where they can't find the next John Cena. They don't need to find the next John Cena. The company's over. But when you're out in the independents, when you're in GCW, even when you're on TNA, everybody's an asset because it's a team effort to make this brand a big deal at this point. You're part of the
more people have their eyes on Joe Hendry than ever before. And I'm not saying that I am the only reason that happens, but I am one of the key reasons.
I have to ask you though. I have to ask you, like, given the last couple of months and the back and forth between Joe Hendry, which I've loved, like, do you believe in Joe Hendry?
Absolutely not, and I never will.
Take credit for Joe Hendry?
No, I don't take credit for him. Joe's a hell of a performer. But he's a hell of a performer. And we got a whole staff of people that like put us in good positions. But like I'm really good at making people not like me. So, you know, when you put that on top of someone that they already like I said, the timing is suspicious, if anything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
The song came out in 2019, and it just was number 6 in the United Kingdom. I'm just
saying. Hey, listen, I didn't know it came out in 2019, so what does that say, right? Like, and I'm like, yo, this is a bop. This gives me like 3 count WCW, like, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The song is not new. The only thing new is the fact that he's working with Dolla. Now we're not, and now we've actually moved past it. On TNA, we already like he's doing something different and we're doing something different. The story's over there for now. The story's over there. I'm sure it'll not be the last time that me and Joe Hendry lock horns.
Yeah.
No, I doubt it.
Last but not least, I like to ask this question to everybody recently that I've got to interview, and I didn't ask you last time, I don't think, but I'm gonna ask you this time. And I already know the answer, but it's just, you know, do you feel like you made your younger self proud?
Absolutely, 100%.
Little AJ that loved wrestling, loved The Rock, grew up doing this stuff. Like, be happy.
People don't understand. Like, people think that I'm cocky, but I'm just stating facts. These are the facts of my life. I grew up in a family that was lower middle class to sometimes lower class, and from that, I have a master's degree. I played 6 years in the NFL. I was in WWE for 3 years. I've hosted television shows. I've been in Super Bowl commercials. I've done all the things. I've toured making music. I've been on a 20-city tour for my music. So like I've done all the side tasks. You know what I'm saying? Like I've already maxed out life if I died tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? If I died tomorrow, I lived the life of 5 people and I could not be more grateful. But like
if 20-year-old AJ had a checklist, you've checked a ton of them.
I checked all the boxes.
Right.
So it's like I couldn't be prouder of myself. And I have a big thing where I really believe in loving your life. And you know, my mom died when I was like 28, and that was the first time that I came face to face with the fact that, yo, you can for real die anytime. Like, yes, I knew homeboys that got killed, but they got like shot or stabbed or some or a car accident or something like that. And like, you know,
But when
saying
it's your
yes, like
mom,
I've had older people.
yeah,
I've had older people in my life pass away that were old, but like my mom died, she was 46 and I was 28. And I was sitting there doing the math. I'm like, if I die at 46, my life is already more than
That's crazy.
half over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, I gotta. So I've become very grateful for everything in my life. The fact that I can literally sit at home 4 days a week playing video games and then go on the weekend and be a supervillain is
yeah,
incredible to me. Like, and then travel the world and see and have a great time. Every time through the curtain is the best time. Like,
yeah.
that's why I want you guys to come and be involved in the match, because you'll never understand the feeling until you get it. You think you get it as a fan. I was a super fan. I went to all the WrestleManias. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did all the
Yeah.
fan things. I'm telling you, it's different when you're in that ring. It's different. Even if it's just for one spot, it's different.
It's a bucket list thing for me because I'm the
Yeah.
same way with really appreciating life, and you only got so many years, man. I got a bucket list for
All
sure.
right, I'll say it now. I saw you talking about it earlier. If Square Circle Expo books me for their show next year in April, because I was at the Square Circle Expo. We
Oh, that's
talked
right. Yeah.
there.
Yeah. They were there.
But I wasn't on the wrestling show. If they book me for that show, Wheezy will be my manager, and I will hear nothing else.
There you
I'll
go.
hold you to it. I'll do it. Gladly. That's my stomping grounds. I'll do it.
I know you would be proud of what you've done and everything you've accomplished. And to your point, like, yes, a lot of people like will pass away in your life, and when you're younger, and there'll be people like I've had friends pass away the same way because they're involved in the wrong stuff. But you know, I think when it's your own parents, sometimes like my dad passed away last year, and I actually was more in depth of like making the slideshow and like looking back at his life. When you look back at parent, and also your parent's someone that's in your life from like the moment you're born for most of us, right? So it's like
Literally, yeah.
when that happened, I was like, oh, like then that's when it hits you that like you should be grateful for every little thing, because
Literally.
like the
I
advantages
went and
you
got
have,
this tattoo.
the opportunities
This
you
tattoo
have.
says
Yeah.
"Love Yours." It's a J. Cole
Yeah.
song, and it's no such thing as a life that's better than yours. I literally got that like a week after my mom passed.
Life is as good as you can make it in your mind, right? You gotta control your mind. And if you think
Literally.
life is a big thing and that you're grateful for every little thing, you're not chasing this big thing that like your life will suck unless you get it. Like life's beautiful, man. It's nice out here. Like don't take that stuff for granted. Like you said, you could be gone at any moment. I say that about myself jokingly too. I'm like, if I was to pass away tomorrow, I'm like, I think if someone was gonna do a eulogy or give a speech about me, the one thing they'd say is like, Justin, well, regardless of the whatever it got him, he did whatever the fuck he wanted because I did. Like, you know, like, and that's what I feel like it should be like.
Look at Wheezy. Wheezy was just your average everyday hairstylist, and now she's a celebrity.
Celebrity.
Did whatever the F I wanted.
Did whatever you wanted, you know. And I'm saying
what anyone said.
I look back at my dad's life, and I'm not saying that he didn't, but
I wasn't talking shit. Wheezy's a great hairstylist, but I wasn't talking shit when I said average every day.
Beautiful. Okay.
I was just saying
she's a celebrity hairstylist now, but
she's a celebrity now.
She's a celebrity hairstylist, but she's the celebrity, not doing the celebrity hair.
Yeah, I'm just a celebrity doing hair. It's backwards.
Yeah, it's backwards. Yeah,
literally, it is backwards. You are not a hairstylist anymore. I mean, you are, but you're not.
Yeah, I think she's still grasping onto that, and I'm realizing that she's not just the hairstylist.
No, it's cool. I like that she does it because it keeps her grounded. It keeps her like a normal routine. It keeps her relationships with the people. Sometimes you don't understand, man. Sometimes, like, especially when you're doing like online, anytime you're trying to generate like yes, you can get all your information off the internet, but like sometimes word of mouth helps you out a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
Talking to people, seeing what people think. Like now when I can do every show, I make the person I'm facing call me Dollar Tree, because the fans started chanting Dollar Tree in Vegas one time, and it was easy for everyone to get behind. And I was like, I'm going to tell the person that I'm facing to call me Dollar Tree every single time. And every time someone calls me Dollar Tree, without fail, a Dollar Tree chant freaks out. So it's like,
You know how to work it.
you know what I'm saying? It's being with the people. It's listening to the people. And the same thing when you're a hairstylist, you like a low-key therapist.
Yeah, I hear a lot of shit. I've heard a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Tons of stuff.
That's awesome. Do you have any last questions, Wheezy? This is your first interview. Is there anything you want to ask AJ before we wrap
Last
this up?
question, Wheezy. It's on you.
It's on you.
I feel like the biggest thing I want to ask, maybe it's just a shout out by asking you, like, you're so generous with the way that you interact with people, even with people like me that have been on, you know, social media. You were one of the first people to ever reach out to me and be like, hey, do you want to come do, you know, this thing? I think it was at the Sausage Castle. It was one of like the, one of the social media
influencer battle royals.
Yeah, the influencer battle royal. What is the biggest reason that I feel like you're able, how do you stay so grounded and humble in just talking to people like me that were just starting out?
And because I told you yesterday how long I've known him and like how far back we go, and I'm never changed on. That's the one thing I'll say.
You're always so nice.
Because I am a fan. Like, I've been a fan of this business for so long. Like, there are still people that think that when I was hosting the show on A&E that it was an act. Like, I am a fan of this business. I have played in the NFL. I played on Thanksgiving night, 10 million people watching at home. I've had more fun at an independent wrestling show. You see what I'm saying? I love wrestling. So like when I was like in the NFL, I wanted to be more involved in the wrestling space. That's why I went to the WrestleManias. That's why I met people like Justin and Shawnee Styles. I met Shawnee Styles at WrestleMania. So like, so it's like, and now he's like my brother. You see what I'm saying? So like I believe in being genuine to genuine people. If you show me you're a piece of shit, I won't work with you anymore. And I don't care if you fall off a cliff. But if you're a genuinely good person, like, I want to see you succeed. Like, I don't get anything from, like, all the times that even before Wheezy was popping, I used to repost her shit all the time. I used to DM her all the time, say, yo, that was cool. I would give her ideas and stuff and shit like that too. Like, nobody knows this, but like, you know that because that's our personal relationship. Same thing with Justin. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see everybody win. I've never been a hater in my life. Maybe because I've been so successful in my life that I don't see the point in hating on nobody because my life's pretty fucking great. Right. So like, I don't see the point in hating on people, but like, I want everybody to win. You're a genuinely good person. You do the right things. You care about people. You care about your community. You care about making the world a better place. I want to see you win. That's both of you, for sure. Both of you are those people. And there's a lot of other people. That's why when you like ask me, well, you know, you're letting all your friends be a part of your stuff. I'm like, yeah. Like, I want my friend, my homeboy Brent Grimes. He's right over there. He helped me win a match with Cha-Cha Charlie at CCW. Yeah. He's a 4-time NFL Pro Bowler. He don't got to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But like, I want to have fun with my people. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to see everybody shine. So it's like cool to be able to do that and like see you succeed. Like, Wheezy, your growth is crazy. Like, when I met Justin was already popping. You know what I'm saying? Justin already was popping. You know what I'm saying? Justin
for a while,
Justin had for a while.
We were all following Justin, not knowing Justin.
Yeah, Justin had. Well, I mean, I knew, but Justin had growth. Like, Justin has had growth, but like, he was already on and popping when I met him. Like, I didn't have, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, to see like you, Wheezy, you carved your own space. Like that's cool to me. Like, that's cool as fuck to me. Like, to be able to see you have that progression. And like, I want to, even if I played the smallest role, like, I'm happy to do that because like, I give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
You're
like,
one of the ones. I mean, and because of that, I mean, I'll support any fucking
absolutely
for that reason.
Absolutely. And you think like, and that's the thing is like, I see you come to Square Circle Expo and you come and we have pictures. Like, you don't got to post the pictures. Like, you popping out, girl. You know what I'm saying? Like you
I
on?
like to post the pictures.
I
like
know
to
you
see,
do.
Like, hey,
I
I
know
actually
you
get out and
do.
touch grass and talk to people. Like I
I
don't
know
just
you. I
exist
know
behind
you
the
do.
screen.
But like the one of the reasons you do is because I showed you love before, and I didn't know you was gonna blow up like the way you did. But
I
like,
didn't either.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And same thing with Justin. I did an interview with Justin before I went into a Halloween party in a parking garage
You came
downtown
co-host.
Orlando.
Oh, we just talked to the DM and I was like, yo, I need a co-host. And he came on there with an eye patch.
I was Nick Fury for Halloween.
I got it.
And
You did.
And I'm like, this is dope. Like, this is great. You know, I'm a big believer in that too. Is like, one, also, if you can do stuff with your friends, why wouldn't you?
yeah.
And if I can help someone, because it's like I'm grateful. Once again, going back to being grateful, I'm grateful for the luxury that I've had with social media by accident. That I want to pay it forward to everybody, and especially if you are nice and supportive to me, like, why wouldn't I? You know,
And you have been too.
just share the wealth.
Hype both of you up. You both have
And
been.
nobody helped me. I wouldn't got to do some of the opportunities I had. So pay it forward and help other people too. But genuinely, don't do it because you're expecting something in return. I hate that when people do something because they're expecting something in return. Nah,
Hold a
like,
favor for you.
yeah, like I expect nothing from you, Wheezy. Have this great interview experience. Keep doing interviews if you want, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so I just wanted you to give it a try. And if
And
you're
here's
gonna
the
do
thing.
be an
I
agent.
don't offer this to a lot of people, okay?
Yeah.
What I'm about to offer to you two, all right? If you guys can come up with a concept, I'll talk to you guys every week. All right?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't make that offer very, very often.
Yeah.
Because people ask me why don't I have a podcast, I'll be like, because everyone's asking me to be on theirs. I don't need to have my own.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
I think that's something we can think about something.
Maybe come up with something.
Yeah.
We're creative.
Yeah. I'd hope so. Yeah. I hope we're creative. Otherwise, we're gonna fall off.
You're kidding.
If you guys aren't, don't worry, I am.
Yeah, there you go. We got 3 creative minds. And someone's got to come up with something. Okay, AJ, I'm gonna let you go though. I really do appreciate your time. This is a blast. I mean, maybe we'll do this again sometime soon.
Hopefully.
Guys, follow AJ on social media. You guys know where to find him. Follow Top Dolla. Watch TNA, guys. It's been actually like, I don't know.
TNA is the best show in wrestling, and I say it once, I say it 1,000. TNA is the best
Everyone thinks
show in wrestling.
We watch TNA. I really enjoy
one of the most stacked rosters. If you just didn't know,
TNA is the best show. Every show on TNA is pure creativity, man. Like there's great stuff going on in every company, but TNA is like pure creativity, man. It's what
and
you
they
can
take
make
more
the most
chances
of.
in trying things. Like they'll try. It doesn't mean everything works, but they try things. That's been like that for years now. Where I'm like, oh, like people are dying off this show, or some crazy like they're in a voodoo different universe, and I'm like, oh, but like they try things.
Yes.
Yeah, they give it a shot. And then, guys, if you aren't already, if you're just here from the Wrestling Classic side of things, go follow Wheezy. Go follow her. Like, what's your main Twitch channel? The name of it?
Just Wheezy Blonde.
Just Wheezy Blonde, right? I was
Wheezy Blonde. Yep.
Then Instagram's It's, right?
Yeah, there's an It's in front of it. That and on
Wheezy,
X.
we got to talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got to talk about that. You got to get something that's everything's the same. You got to.
I know. I got to figure it out.
Because I have too many characters and I can't do Wrestling Classic or the Wrestling Classic, and it sucks, and that's why I'm not popular on Twitter. So, but everything else is the same. Everything's
try to be popular on Twitter.
All my shit is AJ. I actively try to piss people off on Twitter, so that's a different.
I know.
Yeah.
I enjoy
I don't
it.
really tweet, but yeah. Follow Wheezy, check out AJ, watch TNA, guys. Keep doing the thing, and we'll see you all next time. Oh yeah.
It's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.